Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is early on Wednesday morning and I am here to film a plan with me video. I've never filmed a plan with me video before, but I've been really setting monthly goals a lot more recently and planning my months out, and I just thought it would be something that would be nice for us to do together. One thing that I realized recently, I'm gonna go off on a mini tangent here, is that I don't know that I've always been my like truest authentic self on my YouTube channel. I feel like I'm definitely a more polished, like upbeat YouTube-y version of myself, and I realized that that's not the most realistic version of Holly. So I was like, you know what? We're going to commit to being our full selves and just showing like real day in, day out what life is like, because that's just more real. And I feel like sometimes online there's a definite absence of that. So I want to be that for people and show that, you know, every day is not a perfect morning routine like the one that I posted, and you'll see that I don't hit all my monthly goals. So anyways, it is currently February 23rd. I'm uploading this same day, but you can reuse this video if you like to plan your months out in the future so that you can sit down and plan with me. And if you guys like these videos, I'll just continue to make them as the months go by. So let's get started. Please ignore my phone. It is recording what's happening down here on my planner so that you guys can really see with me. So I'm sorry if that's distracting, but we are going to go ahead and flip open to this month, which is February. And we are going to sort of look at the February goals and assess where we're at. So payoff target card, I did a progress update on February 11th. So as I close out this month, I'm going to do another progress update for today. Target card, I have $430 left on that, so I'll make sure I pay that off with my next paycheck, so that goal will get hit, which is awesome. I've made 2 YouTube videos and I'm working on a third, so let's say 3 videos made, which isn't what we wanted to hit for the month, but that's okay. February is a short month anyways, so, you know, it's fine. We don't hit every single goal every single month, and that's okay. Send ear PR packages. I sent out 3 of those, and I think I had a total of 5 actually planned. So that means that I just need to make sure I send out 2 more before the end of the month, and I actually have addresses of influencers that they're going to. So I'll make a point to make sure that I make those and send those out like tonight so that I can go ahead and cross that off for this month. And lastly, I have Finish Eat Smarter, which is a book that I'm reading. And I'm about 3/4 of the way through it. And I actually, when I did my progress update on February 11th, hold on, I'll go get the book so I can show you guys. So I have the book here. And on February 11th, when I did my progress update, I added all of these little stickies, and basically what I did is I figured out how many pages I would need to read a day in order to finish it by the end of the month, and then I added like 1 or 2 extra pages onto each thing to give me a little bit of wiggle room. So like today is the 23rd, so if I read to this sticky note on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. So right now I'm barely not finishing it, which means that I need to make sure that I read 2 or 3 sticky notes worth today to make sure that I'm on track. So I'm about 3/4 of the way through the book, which is good because I think I can complete that goal. So that's pretty good. I'm looking at completing 3 of 4 goals. The only thing that I wouldn't hit is the YouTube videos. So maybe I'll just plan to do like an extra weekend video this week I actually do have a thrifting haul. I only have a few pieces, but I might go thrifting again on Saturday or Sunday, so I have a more complete video. So maybe I'll do a bonus video, and then that way I can hit all 4 goals for the month, because that would be pretty cool. So I just do a little bit of an update on where I'm at with my goals for this month. And then the next thing I do is I go back and look at my goals that I made for the year. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling up March, because now I'm going to start planning out my goals for March. For my goals for 2022, I have be bad debt free, so basically paying off all of our credit card debt. Take a trip somewhere we've never been, which we're planning on maybe going to Rhode Island. Make $15,000 on Etsy. That's in sales, not profit. So I think I can accomplish that one, but it's been a very slow start to the year, so we'll have some making up to do. Book a paying acting job. Weigh 150 pounds. I know that's a little specific, but I just really want to employ some healthier lifestyle choices, because ever since Brendan and I stopped powerlifting, we've kind of just been neither here nor there, and I have made a lot of intentional health choices recently, but I also just want to be a little bit leaner. I feel like this is what I hate, is I hate that I have to justify this for myself to people, because people will be like, oh no, you're beautiful the way you are, which is like, thank you. And I agree, like I'm happy with my body, but I also still have clothes that I really love that I never get to wear because I don't like how I look in them. They don't fit properly, and I want to be able to wear them again. And I'm also fully aware that I am not like in the healthiest body that I can be in, because I just am getting out of breath. I'm recording this video, which shouldn't happen. Like, just stuff like that. So, you know what? I want to weigh 150 pounds. That's where I'm at. Don't question it. Just be supportive. Okay, anyways, and that was a little bit of a tangent as well. And then I want to save $5,000 for a new car. Not for me, for Brendan. If you don't know, we sold his car because we don't really need 2 cars. But we do eventually, we sold his car basically to pay off credit cards. And we've done really well with only having 1 car. We've actually really made it work, which I'm really proud of. But eventually we do want a new car, so we have it, you know, planned to save some money for a new car. All right, so now that I've kind of refreshed myself on the goals for the year, I'm going to pick a few of these and basically make smaller goals that help move the needle towards that one. So to give you guys an idea, if we go back to February, pay off Target card obviously relates to being bad debt free. Making 4 YouTube videos doesn't really tie into any of those necessarily, but if anything, I would tie it maybe into my Etsy, because anything I do to promote my personal brand or whatever kind of leads people to my Etsy, so we'll call it that. Send ear PR packages, obviously very related to the Etsy. And then finish Eat Smarter actually has to do with my weight goal, just because reading and learning about nutrition makes me more motivated to live a healthy life. So as long as I continue to consume content around that subject, I feel like I just am better prepared to make good decisions, if that makes sense. So yeah. All right, so let's finally click on over to March and start setting the March goals. I'm going to do it over here in the to-do section because, you know, February is a short month. I don't have a ton of room over here. So March goals. March goals. Let's do this. All right, so I don't think I'm going to do a debt-related goal, only because we really only have 1 more card to pay off, and that's like the most highest credit card it has the most money on it, let's just say that. And so, you know, I will continue to make payments on it just like I always do. And now that the Target card is paid off, I'll use what I was paying on the Target card to pay off this card. So I'm not super worried about that because I'm just going to continue that. I don't need it to be a goal. So let's see. I'm going to add 10 listings to my Etsy, because Etsy is kind of a numbers game. The more listings you have, the more ears you will sell, or products you will sell. Ears is just in my case because that's what I sell. You can visit HollyLollyCo on Etsy if you want to purchase a pair for your next Disney trip. But I'm going to add 10 listings to Etsy because it's a little bit of a numbers game, and it's been a slow couple of months. And I've started to see it's picking back up a little bit, especially that people will be receiving their tax returns soon. They're more inclined to spend money. And then we'll enter the summer busy season for Disney, which means naturally there'll be an uptick because more people are going to Disney. So add 10 listings to Etsy, which will hopefully help to boost some sales. Let's see. Take a trip somewhere we've never been. I'm probably going to start planning that trip in the summer, so I'm not really going to do anything with that. Etsy got that book a paying acting job. Okay. I am going to put check actors access every day, because I was doing this for a while and getting some auditions, and then I stopped making sure that I checked it every single day. And obviously I haven't gotten an audition because I haven't been applying to things, and I can't book a paying acting job if I don't apply. So I'm going to put that on Actors Access every day, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a check mark on every single day of my calendar to do Actors Access, and make sure that I check it off every day. So hopefully we can do that. That one's going to be hard because a goal is like hard to hit every single day, versus if you can kind of like spread it out throughout the month, in the sense that if I didn't do something one day, I can do it the next day. But Actors Access, you just really have to be on top of it, and you have to apply, you know, super quick when jobs come out, because that's really, you know, how you best set yourself up to get a job. Okay, so 2 more goals. Let's see. Oh, I know one. Read 2 books. I have 2 books that I have on my list to read. One is kind of pertaining to my job, and another one is just a fiction book because I just, you know, I enjoy fiction and I want to make sure that I'm giving myself time to do it. And if I don't schedule time for it and put it in my goals, it won't happen. So I'm going to read 2 books, 1 fiction, 1 nonfiction this month. And then lastly, let's see, maybe a health goal would be best. Something attainable. I have to do something that I know I can do. Workout every single day is not going to work for me. I'm going to put track macros for 60% of the month. And this will be easy and attainable for me because I've already started getting back into the habit of tracking macros. I have a kind of an idea of my intake. I know that my protein is low, but my caloric intake is pretty like I know that it's been steady because I eat basically the same things, but I want to get back into the habit of tracking macros so that if I decide to decrease macros, I kind of know my baseline and I know a good starting point for cutting calories. So I'm going to do that because I think that's something that I can do. I've already started it. I'm not going to promise to myself I'm going to track meticulously every single day because I'm just getting back into the habit. And tracking macros is kind of a difficult habit to form because you can't just like go in the pantry, pull out something and like stuff it in your mouth like, you know, often maybe you would. You have to be more intentional about it, and sometimes you can just forget, honestly. And so I just need to get back into the groove of it. So tracking at least 60% of the month I would be really happy with. And that's easy because I can go back on my Fitness Pal and look throughout the month and see how many days out of the 31 days of March I tracked. And then if I get towards the end of the month and I realize I'm behind, I can make sure that I'm really diligent about it. But I want to track at least 60%. Hopefully I'll hit, you know, closer to 80, 90, 100%. We shall see. So March goals are on there. Okay, next, what I would normally do is I would normally start plugging all of this into Asana with reminders, but I have work things in Asana. I tilted my camera so you guys could see it a little bit. I have work things in my Asana that, you know, some of them could be confidential, so I don't really want to screen record that. So I'm basically going to do what I would do in Asana down here on my paper calendar so that y'all can see it. So I'm going to break down these goals and kind of filter them throughout the month so that I can easily track and keep myself up to date. Starting with add 10 listings to Etsy. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 weeks in March. So I need to do 2 pairs a week. So let's see. My best day for making ears is typically, I would say, like a Friday, just because I don't have a ton going on, I feel like, on Fridays. So I'm gonna put make 2 pairs of ears, and I'm gonna put this on every Friday throughout the month. Okay, so that comes out to 8 pairs. So I'm going to put make 2 pairs on this Wednesday as well to get up to the 10 pairs. And then I'm going to put on this Saturday to photograph and list ears. And then I'm going to skip a Saturday and I'm going to put it on that next Saturday. I might just go ahead and photograph them and list them as I make them. But sometimes I'm not super good about that. I'll just like put them to the side and forget. I still have pairs of ears that I haven't listed yet. So I'm just putting a note to make sure that I don't forget. Okay, cool. All right, so now we've got that goal broken down throughout the month. Next up, we've got check actors access every day. So this is really obvious. So I'm just gonna do a week's worth and then we'll power through because I'm really gonna plug it into Asana. I'm just putting AA. That makes it sound like Alcoholics Anonymous, but it's actors access, and no one else looks at this but me, so no one can judge it. Well, I guess, and now you guys. Okay, so we're putting in actors access. We're gonna check that every single day. Next, we're going to read 2 books. So I'm just going to put like a mid-month reminder because I can sit down and crank out half a book in an evening if I need to. But I'm just going to put like a check mark for book progress just to check in with myself and make sure that I'm making some progress. And so I can just check something off just a couple times throughout the month. Make sure that I'm on track. And then if I need to, I can employ the stickies once again to keep myself on track. Okay, and then track macros for 60% of the month. I'm going to do the same thing as the book progress, but I'm going to put it on a Wednesday just so I don't have too much coming up on the same day of the week. And I'm going to just put macro progress so I can check in with myself and make sure that I'm hitting at least on average 60%. And I'm going to do that twice once again throughout the month. So now I have my goals kind of sprinkled throughout the month, making sure that I'm, you know, hitting them, targeting them, etc., etc. So yeah, now I think that is the end of this video. That is how I plan out my goals for the month and plan out my month. I do a little bit more planning than this because I do plan a little bit of content, but for the most part I kind of do content on a whim with what feels right. Like I'll jot down video ideas, but I won't say this day I'm filming this video, this day I'm filming this video. I've tried that in the past. I almost never stick to it because truthfully I just want to film what I feel like filming. So I'm really bad about just changing the plan. So there's no point of making a plan if I know that I'm going to change it. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would like to see more videos like this, please let me know because I would love to film them for you. I hope it was super helpful, and maybe every month we can sit down and plan for the next month together. But yeah, if you liked it, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button down below to come hang out with me more on my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I would love to know in the comments below kind of what you do to plan for the month. If you are just a fly by the seat of your pants kind of person, which mad respect if you are, or if you're like a super meticulous planner. I'm just curious how you plan for the month. So yeah, I'm going to go plug all of this stuff that's on my paper planner into Asana and wish you guys a great rest of your week. Bye.